Get the game one pulled up.
KingK102. KingK102.
You want King K?
KingK102.
I'm a big fan of P.E.K.K.A.s and princes and the P.E.K.K.A. princes, so I'm having a hard time. I think King K's story is great, but man,
Springtrap is
P.E.K.K.A. princes.
So Springtrap has actually been playing. both KingK102 and Springtrap have been playing since the start of season 2.
In the qualifiers.
Working in the qualifiers and just getting better and better and better. And they were not names in season 1. At least maybe KingK102 played a few times in season 1, but was definitely not a breakout name in any way, shape, or form. But they've made it all the way here. We've seen these decks so many times. I'm a fan. Hog Rider, Lumberjack, Giant Skeleton.
The crowd is like unanimously rooting for King K, by the way. We have like Patrick King is the only one who is like P.E.K.K.A. princes. But everyone King K, King K, King K, King K, King K, King K, King K.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so let's take a look here at game 1. I would normally say that a deck that's heavy on like giant and melee characters wouldn't want to go toe-to-toe, but given how good Giant Skeleton is at the suicide bomb...
Do princes charge away from it?
No. Maybe. I'm not. It kind of depends on the placement. If they're on the far side, they're totally fine.
Yes.
If they're on the close side, I'm not sure. So I don't think they do though, because in my experience, Giant Skeleton on defense is like pretty much just as good as P.E.K.K.A. against double princes. So if you send double princes down the same lane, the 6 elixir Giant Skeleton not only like takes the hits on his belly, but does a decent amount of damage fighting back, and then he blows up on everything for not lethal, but a lot.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I think that Springtrap, like, normally is actually going to have a pretty good matchup here, but if any of those big Giant Skeleton bombs go off, it could be bad news. That could be a swingy moment. King K's playing both of his decks actually are very high risk, high reward. So it's kind of like Springtrap's slow, plodding inevitability against King K's gunslinging, risky plays.
All right, we're getting into it.
But an advantage for King K, and again, playing a homebrew deck is awesome. King K has some experience playing against P.E.K.K.A. double prince. Springtrap probably does not have any experience playing against this Giant Skeleton Hog Rider.
Not only Giant Skeleton, but Lumberjack, Hog Rider, kind of weirdo combinations.
Right. So he's already got the P.E.K.K.A. queued up, so he knows that he wants to fight the Giant Skeleton with the P.E.K.K.A. and actually getting some free damage there. Even for 3 elixir, that damage is you're happy to take about 400 damage for 3 elixir. Oh no, and the Hog Rider rides right by.
The Ice Wizard is going to slow it down a little bit, but Poison is going to slow down the P.E.K.K.A. actually. And all this time, the Hog Rider is just being ignored. The 2 units in the back are trying to clean up the guards.
Yeah, the guards gummed it up.
And look at how low health the P.E.K.K.A. is. The bomb reduced so much of the P.E.K.K.A.'s health.
Right, and that the Dark Prince doesn't have a lot of hit points, so he's not going to make it to the tower.
He wants to wait for Giant Skeleton to put it in front of the tower. Oh, denied.
But the P.E.K.K.A. did get off about 2 swings, which is pretty relevant. Now, I don't know if the Prince is going to die, I think, but he might get some damage in. The Ice Wizard's chipping in. The game's actually a little closer than you think, though.
It's a bit even, yes.
And Springtrap, though, has an elixir advantage right now.
Yes.
So King K got a little ahead in damage, is a little behind in elixir. I think it's a fair trade. I would call this game even.
The scary thing to me is Springtrap was able to create that push off a counterattack, right? So what that means is KingK102 gets first strike. In overtime, if he does that same push on the right side tower, he's going to win because there is no counterattack.
Right. Oh my god.
Goodness.
Oh, that Hog Rider. You know what's interesting though is that with Inferno minor decks being so popular, when was the last time you saw a cannon?
Yeah.
Right. Like cannon has really fallen out of favor, and these Hog Riders, even just like a Hog Rider, is pretty good because if you can stop the Lumberjack or the Mini P.E.K.K.A. that is usually what is the only defense they have against it, you can get a lot of damage there. And look at that. Wow.
Interesting that he chose not to use a Giant Skeleton on defense, but rather Lumberjack Minion, which is 7 elixir, and obviously did not prevent much damage on the tower.
Oh, here's another P.E.K.K.A. on defense. That's a pretty expensive defense. Like, you got to stop that thing from attacking, but the Hog Rider doesn't kill it, right? Any of those things start to kill it. So you had to play 6 elixir and kind of... Oh, no! Here comes the Hog Rider again!
It was all a fake. And incidentally, that Princess on the left side did a lot of damage, but KingK102 plays a classic. Giant Skeleton on the left side causes a big commitment on the right, or on the left side as defense, and then plays a Hog Rider punish on the right.
Minions there just tore up that P.E.K.K.A. on the counterattack and had no chance. Look at this, the Giant Skeleton. We're going to see it in action right here.
Every single time, there's not going to be any confusion for KingK102 now. He's going to play the Skeleton because there's no need for counteroffensive.
Oof. So he only has 22 seconds left, KingK does, in order to take down one of these towers. He's going down the lane that I think is a little dodgy.
Hog Rider
for him.
distraction.
Oh, there's no giant skeleton. No, it does. The Ice Spirit lets him cycle back to his giant skeleton. So if he has any, if he needs it.
Oh no, the princess. The princess is actually. It needs 2 more shots, right?
Yeah, it needs 3 more shots, and then the zap isn't enough. The Ice Wizard got a significant amount on the other side. Oh, you know what really killed? I think that really hurt Springtrap there was his poisons. He was using poison on the collector, but didn't really use them on his pushes that much.
Yes.
He really would have rather. One second, wait. Would have rather had poison to help guard those P.E.K.K.A.s and things like that, and instead the P.E.K.K.A.s were getting chewed up by minions over and over again.
Yes.
Wow. So KingK takes game 1 of the finals.
What a close match. What a close match. And I really think that Springtrap could have won it.
Yeah.
He could have won it, but there was just some really great decisions that KingK102 was making. Giant Skeleton on the left side saw the P.E.K.K.A. was committed, immediately went for a punish with his classic guards, Hog Rider, Ice Spirit combination. And despite the fact that every single time the Hog Rider went in, it was able to get swing after swing, there's no defensive structure on Springtrap's deck. And so ideally, and that's interesting because Springtrap wasn't able to use Lumberjack or Mini P.E.K.K.A. in a way that was effective in killing off that Hog Rider. The Hog Rider did 3-4 swings every single time. That's efficient.
One thing that really impressed me was Ice Spirit is obviously an incredible card, right? But the ability for KingK's first deck to cycle back to the Giant Skeleton by using Ice Spirit, Guard, Zap. Those cheap cards allow him to get right back to it. It's really hard to break through a Giant Skeleton push in the same way it's hard to break through an Inferno Tower push, and being able to cycle back to it regularly never gave Springtrap's expensive, slow deck an opening to get through.
Yes.
Springtrap decides to stick with the deck in game 2 of the finals. He's going to ride or die with his, if he's going to lose, he's going to lose with the deck that he's most familiar with. I think he has a better, I don't know. He actually might even have a worse matchup here than the first game because there's Sparky, right? Now you I play Double Prince, and Dark Prince is really good against Sparky because of the shield. And then you've got Ice Wizard to slow it down, Zap minions. He has a lot of tools to fight Sparky, but that's all on your side of the board.
Yes.
I'm wondering how Springtrap is going to be able to build a push that can get through against a defensive Sparky.
And the thing is, aside from all of that, there still exists a Giant Skeleton. You're still having to deal with the Giant Skeleton being pushed in front of your princes, taking the charge damage and exploding them afterwards.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Go for it.
All right.
And here we are, game 2 of the finals. Now remember, Springtrap needs to win with the Prince double P.E.K.K.A. deck, or sorry, P.E.K.K.A. double Prince deck, in order to take it to a game 3. KingK had to switch decks. He's not playing the Giant Skeleton Hog Rider deck that he played. He's playing his second deck, which is a Giant Skeleton Lumberjack Sparky deck. Very impressive. I love seeing innovative deck building. And then really, Springtrap too, like P.E.K.K.A. double Prince is not what I would really call like a meta deck.
Yes,
it
is not its old deck.
Right. Well, it's a known archetype, but that's a little different from being like a defining meta deck. It's not something that when you say like, oh, I'm going to fight 5 random tournament games, I expect to see a P.E.K.K.A. double Prince. It's usually not the case. Okay,
here it comes.
So the P.E.K.K.A.'s defending well against the Giant Skeleton, but with the Sparky behind it, Sparky's coming in good.
It's a bait for the Zap. He lets one shot go. This
bomb
bomb is going to take him down.
No. The shield came off.
The Lumberjack.
The bomb blew up the shield, and then that...
what do you zap? What do you zap? He wants to zap the Sparky, but you need to zap the barrel.
That's how it's going. What is this? We've been a minute in the game.
Zap? What do you zap? You're done.
The fatal flaw there was dropping Dark Prince too early.
Yes.
The Dark Prince came down early. The Giant Skeleton bomb took off the shield, and then Sparky one-hit the Dark Prince. If he had come down a little later, that Sparky shot would have taken off the shield, but left the Dark Prince there to help fight it through.
Oh my God. It just feels like KingK102 is punching a baby. Springtrap.
A lot of experience punching babies.
The only damage that Springtrap has done is poisons on a tower. Meanwhile, KingK102 is just, there goes one of your towers. One push.
This is Trainer Nick had a dream. Yeah. He had a dream where tanks and goblin barrels and Sparkies would all get along based on the content of their stats. And this dream is being realized right now by
KingK102.
The Sparky Goblin Barrel. I'm going to go home and play Goblin Barrel like tonight.
Yes.
Like, absolutely.
Yes. Oh my God, and the P.E.K.K.A. looked like it was just made out of paper. Giant Skeleton Bomb plus minions.
Ooh-wee.
And he's still playing the collector. You're getting poisoned every single time.
I think KingK is thrilled to get poisoned every time, because that means that he doesn't have poison on a big push,
Yes.
and it means that KingK is not building up an aggressive move. So like, basically, think of poison kind of like playing collector. It's an investment move. You're like, I'm at 10, I don't want to attack, I'm just going to poison your collector. Well, when he does that, that's a great opening for you to be like, all right, cool, I'll invest too. Like, I have Giant Skeleton, I've got Sparky, I've got a million cards I can invest.
Yes. The Sparky might get a shot off. Oh, no.
But now watch this. The shield's going to come off the Dark Prince, and the Dark Prince gets aced again. Twice in the game. Bonk.
Oh, my God. And the P.E.K.K.A. is not going to...
Yeah. At least that was a little better. I will say that was better than the last time.
Yeah. Oh, Princess.
Again, 8 seconds left. What do you do? What gets through here?
KingK102. The
2-0s!
Super Magical Cup number 10 winner with Goblin Barrel,
Yes.
Sparky, Giant Skeleton in the other deck with a Hog Rider and a Lumberjack.
Double Giant Skeleton. Leicester City won the English Premier League this year on a 5,000 to 1 odds. And if you were taking bets on who was going to win and there was a double Giant Skeleton deck, I might have put 5,000 to 1 odds on that game.